The internet is going crazy with Sony's potential comeback to the handheld gaming arena. And no, we are not talking about the PS Portal. I don't know about you, but if what we're hearing is true, this could be incredibly exciting. Here's why. It seems Sony is waking up to the booming handheld gaming market, with the success of the Nintendo Switch, and the Steam Deck leading the charge. Moreover, with the potential release of the Switch 2 later this year, Sony is clearly noticing the appeal. They've seen their own titles thrive on the Steam Deck, and it's evident they want a slice of this lucrative gaming pie. Let's dive in and explore what Sony might be bringing to the table in this handheld gaming renaissance. A recent report from Moore's Law is Dead, a renowned hardware leaker, sheds light on what could be a significant shift in Sony's strategy, signaling a re-entry into the handheld console market. According to MLD, the rumored device is still in its embryonic stages, with the custom AMD APU currently in a high-level design phase. Notably, the project is suggested to be at least 2 years away from fruition and hasn't received a definitive green light for launch. However, the most intriguing aspect of this development is the device's purported capability to natively support and play games, a stark contrast to Sony's previous focus on streaming solutions. One of the standout features of this rumored console is its backward compatibility with PlayStation 4 games, which would allow gamers to revisit their favorite titles on the go. Furthermore, there's talk of a Pro-like patch that could make PlayStation 5 titles accessible, albeit with some modifications to suit the handheld format. While these revelations are enticing, it's important to exercise caution. The specifics, including the exact specs of the device, are largely based on MLD's informed speculation. As the project is still in its early stages, many details remain fluid and subject to change. The community is abuzz with speculation and excitement at the prospect of a new PlayStation handheld. This move, if realized, could mark a significant shift in Sony's approach to the gaming market, potentially opening up new avenues for gamers who prefer a more portable experience. However, as with any rumor, it's essential to take this news with a grain of salt until there's official confirmation from Sony. On a personal note, I'm currently without a Steam Deck or a Switch. I've been considering getting a Steam Deck, and honestly, I've never really wanted a Switch. It just feels a bit too dated for my taste. Sorry to the Nintendo fans out there. But now, if Sony steps into the game with a new PS Portable, that would be a huge win for me. The thought of playing my entire PS4 library on the go is incredibly appealing. Here are some key features and innovations I'm hoping to see in a PlayStation handheld device. Extensive game library. A vast backlog of classic games from PS2, PSP, and PS Vita would be a major draw. The addition of select PS3 titles, assuming the console has sufficient power, would further enhance its appeal, offering a rich and varied gaming history at players' fingertips. Long-term support. Ensuring that the console receives consistent updates, new game releases, and technical support over many years would build consumer trust and value, making it a worthwhile long-term investment for gamers. Flexible storage options. Utilizing non-proprietary storage solutions would be a consumer-friendly move, allowing players to easily and affordably expand storage capacity using standard SD cards or external drives. Physical media and offline play. While digital gaming is convenient, many players still value physical copies for their collectability and resale value. Additionally, enabling offline play ensures that games are accessible even without an internet connection. Focus on core gaming experience. Avoiding unnecessary gimmicks and focusing on a solid gaming experience with high-quality graphics, sound, and controls would appeal to a broad spectrum of gamers, from casual to hardcore. Compact and powerful design. Balancing power with portability is key. The device should be capable of running games smoothly without being overly bulky, making it easy to game on the go. Robust battery life with convenient charging. Good battery life is crucial for portable gaming. USB-C charging would add convenience, allowing the device to use a common modern standard for charging and connectivity. PlayStation Plus integration. Effective use of PlayStation Plus could provide added value, such as access to a library of games, exclusive discounts, and online multiplayer features. Integration with existing PlayStation Network accounts would also be a seamless way for users to access their digital game library and PlayStation services. Now, I want to take the time to talk about the PS Portal. First of all, I've never tried it. I've read articles, and I think I've even mentioned it recently, noting that it sold a lot better than we all anticipated. The reviews I've come across are mostly positive, but I couldn't help but wonder more about it. Basically, all the reviews I read sounded the same, almost as if everyone was using the same script. They all conclude with, "It works, it does what it says on the box. The DualSense tech is great. Yeah, we know, it's supposed to work." And while the 8-inch screen is nice and better than a phone screen because of its size, and I agree that the design looks good, the device is pretty much useless without the PS5 turned on. You can't even play Netflix and YouTube on it. I do think it's a missed opportunity. The marketing for the device is someone else using the TV, play on your PS remote. Now, I'm not going to tell you that you can play on your phone. That's been discussed to death. I get it. You want to play on a slightly bigger screen, and the 8-inch PS Portal is perfect for that. But what if I told you that for $200, you can find a pretty cool 1080p TV? Heck, I'd even go as far as saying you could find a deal for a 4K TV, or you can get a 10-inch tablet for $200 and use your existing PS5 controller. I also went on Reddit to see what regular people, those who actually bought the PS Portal and don't have an incentive to make content, think about it. Here's what they think. I'm already debating if I want to keep this thing or not. I was already kind of expecting the disappointment because you are streaming the games after all, but in my head I was really hoping for Sony to make a miracle with thing and get rid of all the annoyances that come with remote playing. The screen is nice, the feel of the device is good for the most part. I'm not too much of a fan of the smaller sticks. What mostly bugs me is the delay. It's doable with story games and such, but don't even think about playing competitively in FPS games because that's out of the question with the response times on this thing. There's just too much input delay. We know that you're able to connect this thing with the PS5 wherever you are, as long as you have a stable internet connection, right? If you have your PS5 in rest mode, it should be able to connect with no issues and turn on the console no matter where you are, right? Wrong, you have to hope and pray that this thing connects to the PS5 while it's in rest mode, especially if you're not home and on a different network, because like 60% of the time it just won't, and it just takes a lot of the portability of this device away, and it just makes taking this thing out of the house with you completely useless. It does connect almost always if the PS5 is already on, and it does take it out of rest mode most of the time if you are on the same network as the PS5, but if you're away from home, I wouldn't even try to connect because it'll most likely fail. Hopefully this issue gets better with a future software update. Thanks for reading all my rant. I'm just kind of disappointed in the thing, but I do hope updates make it better. I really wanted to like this device. I'm a huge fan of Sony hardware, but the PS Portal really pulled my nerves. I love playing games like COD, FIFA, Red Dead Redemption, GTA, and I tried them all. My experience from the very beginning has not been pleasant. I say pleasant because it wasn't dropping a lot of frames, but it randomly stutters in between. When it does that, my eyes can clearly pick that frame skipped, and the speaker would make a squeak noise like it was trying to catch up what it missed in that split second. I tried all the suggestions people had. 5 GHz only Wi-Fi, I had my PS5 connected through Ethernet. I removed the HDMI port from my TV. They gave slight improvements but couldn't pass that stutter. It made me go. Would focus more on ensuring a smooth gameplay than the game itself. My setup, 800 megabits per second with Asus Wi-Fi 6 router and LG C1 OLED. I did a speed test with Ethernet on my PS5, got 885 megabits per second solid. Most of my testing was on the same Wi-Fi as my PS5, which I would expect to be the best performance compared to playing remote. I also thought, maybe I should just keep the device because I love the way it looks. I've had every PlayStation from the past, but with a heavy heart. I returned it. Takeaway here is, as much as I wanted it to play flawlessly like playing a PS5 on TV or even a Nintendo Switch, at the end of the day, it's a remote playing device, not an independent handheld.